The Nightbeat starts right now.
It's hitting hard, and it's just like I'm all over the place.
A distraught daughter devastated by her mother's murder. What she says happened after someone shot through their front door.
And a big bust in Bexar County, where investigators say that this supply of guns was heading and who they say was the supplier.
And plus, it's now nearing 7 months since the strike began. Still no deal, but there is a loss for San Antonio Symphony, the contract that led to a major cut. But first, our top story tonight, a family in fear. The shooter who killed their mother may return. San Antonio police are still searching for the person who killed 49-year-old Christina Carrion.
Now, her daughter was home at the time, and she spoke with the night team's John Paul Barajas, and in order to protect her identity, we're not showing her face.
I wish she was here with me. Because I'm 21, I still need my mother, I still need her support.
Less than 24 hours after police were called to the Hacienda Apartments off Penn Road for the murder of 49-year-old Christina Carrion, her daughter has several unanswered questions.
Why? Why did this happen? Why did you shoot our door? Why here? Why just our door?
That's a question San Antonio police are still asking as well. They don't know if the shooting was random or intended for someone specifically. They say first came knocks on the family's door, followed by gunfire.
The daughter says she heard loud banging coming from the door. She had no intentions of answering it, but came to make sure all the locks were turned. That's when she felt the boom from the 3 bullet holes go past her. She was not hit. Her mother was.
Her daughter was on the line with 911 following their instructions.
I was putting pressure, doing chest compressions.
Have you ever done something like that?
No, sir. It was very scary because my mother stopped breathing. And towards the end, when the cops got here, she made a little noise with her mouth. I thought she was getting better. I don't know if that was her saying goodbye to me.
The daughter describes her mom as a lovable, friendly, outgoing person. Neighbors who spoke off camera say she was always helping others, often providing those in the complex with food.
I hope they catch whoever did this because I want justice for my mother.
At this time, police do not have a description of the suspect. And as for the daughter and dad who were there at the apartment at the time of the shooting, they will not be staying at that apartment until more information about the person responsible is made available. At Public Safety Headquarters, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
John Paul, we hope that family finds peace. Well, in other news tonight, it really didn't take long. The fight to bring back the federal mask mandate is on. The Justice Department says that it's filing an appeal to overturn a federal judge's order. As you know, a federal court in Florida is going to hear that appeal, and this comes after the CDC said that masks remain necessary on mass transit. The federal agency also believes the mask mandate is within its legal authority to protect public health. Now, speaking of public health, let's take a look at the number of COVID-19 cases right here at home. Our 7-day average, as you can see there, is on the rise. You can see on the chart, Metro Health increased that number to 109. The number of COVID-19 patients in hospitals is back to 50. Metro Health continues to list our risk level in the low category. It's hard to believe, but today actually marks 4 months since Lena Keel disappeared from a playground at her apartment complex near the medical center. San Antonio police, divers, and volunteer search crews have looked all over for her. Anyone with information that leads to police finding her can get a $250,000 reward. If you have any information, you can call SAPD's Missing Persons Unit. That number is 210-207-7660.
It was a theft seen all over the internet. And tonight, the man accused of stealing a U.S. Paralympian's medals in custody. San Antonio police arresting Rogelio Solis today, several days after the car break-in Saturday night. Since then, this video has been watched almost 3 million times. Paralympian Jen Lee says he is relieved to have his medals back just in time for a trip to the White House.
Now that just, having it back and able to do that with my teammates, it'll be something that, again, it's just like another great memories, but also something to cherish forever as well.
Lee and the U.S. Paralympic team are scheduled to meet President Joe Biden at the White House next month.
Today was the second day in the capital murder trial of Jonathan Johnson. He's accused of breaking into an apartment, opening fire, and killing 2 people. And today, a detective in the case took the stand. That shooting happened in 2019 at the Robin's Nest Apartments off of Hot Wells Boulevard. A detective in the case told the court that he interviewed a survivor from her hospital bed. Detective Raul Suarez says that she reacted to a Facebook video that he played for her. Listen.
I'm watching her. And I just play from the beginning, and I just let it play, and then I would see her face, and she visibly reacts. She said, like that's the person that shot me.
Now, Johnson is the accused shooter. Police never found the weapon, but a firearms expert determined that the 13 shell casings that were found at the scene came from the same gun. Tomorrow, prosecutors are expected to put their final witness on the stand, and then the defense is going to present its case.
In the midst of a political campaign, Governor Greg Abbott set to visit San Antonio tomorrow. He plans to hold a roundtable discussion on law enforcement issues and safety. It's a shift after Abbott faced backlash for a border policy change that added truck inspections that cost Texans money and put a strain on the supply chain. It was just last week DPS troopers were told to stop every commercial truck and check things like tire pressure, headlamps, and engines. They couldn't check out what was in the truck itself without a search warrant. The inspections led to delays. The city of Pharr reportedly lost $1 billion in trade value at one border bridge alone. Abbott says he ended those extra inspections after working out deals with governors in Mexico. By the way, DPS troopers scheduled to be a part of tomorrow's roundtable discussion. It's going to start at 3:30 at the main office for the Deputy Sheriff's Association of Bexar County. Meanwhile, former Congressman Beto O'Rourke continued his campaign in North Texas today. He told people that he actually has a plan to lower property taxes. That includes adding capacity for housing and having the state pay more into public education. O'Rourke said he would have to work with local and state leaders to actually make those ideas happen.
And now for a look at your headlines in your Nightbeat News Flash. Investigators are hoping that an increase in reward money will help solve a murder case. Crime Stoppers is offering a $17,000 reward to find the person who killed Christopher Olivares. His body was found outside of his home back on September 25th near the city's southwest side. Police say that several videos show a person of interest leaving the home on Kirk Place. If you can help in this case, call police. San Antonio police responded to several deadly car crashes overnight, including a head-on crash and a hit-and-run. That one happened on Ansley and South Zarzamora. Police say that they're looking for 2 vehicles in that case. They say the drivers took off after hitting a man who police say was already lying on the road. Those drivers could be charged with failure to stop and render aid. And San Antonio City Council looking at a proposal of redrawn districts. Instead of leaving Brackenridge Park split between districts 1 and 2, it would actually move to one district altogether. Now, District 2's Jalen McKee Rodriguez says that losing that park would be like losing an asset.
And it would make sense at face value for Brackenridge Park to be in one district, but because of the nature of Brackenridge Park and its historical significance and its impact on neighborhoods, this might be one exemption to that.
So the goal is to create a more even split in population among those districts, and in this proposal, District 8 would actually lose more than 20,000 people, and District 5 would pick up nearly that same amount. The city is hoping to approve a map by June. And that's a look at your Nightbeat News Flash.
Low clouds are taking over again tonight, and we're going to start the day gray and a little damp periodically with some patchy drizzle, but the sun will break out by tomorrow afternoon, near 70 degrees in the morning. What we're looking for are more promising rain chances, and they are in the forecast. I've got an update in just a bit.
Thank you, Adam. Still ahead on the Nightbeat, guns heading to gangs. That's what Bexar County deputies say they helped uncover who they say was supplying the firearms. Coming up.
Also, another shakeup at the San Antonio Symphony as the musicians' strike goes on. The concert at the center of a contract dispute.
She vanished from an NBA game, only to be found more than a week later, 200 miles from home. What investigators say a 15-year-old girl went through before she was found. It's next on the Nightbeat. A Texas teenager turned sex trafficking victim is now safe. The 15-year-old found earlier this week in Oklahoma City after she disappeared during a Dallas Mavericks game.
We don't know the circumstances under which she left. We don't know if she was forced to leave or if she chose to leave with somebody.
Police documents say the girl's photos were posted on a website known for prostitution. Dallas ABC affiliate WFAA says 8 people face charges in connection with this girl's case.
An 18-year-old accused of supplying guns to gangs is now in custody. The Bexar County Sheriff's Department shared the following information on its Facebook page this evening. So the suspect in this case is Damian Mermeya. He was arrested earlier today, and that comes after a multi-agency operation. BCSO, the Texas Anti-Gang Unit, and other law enforcement executed a search warrant on Gloria Street last week. That's near Zarzamora and Northwest 36th. And that's where they say they found a gun in almost every room, along with marijuana, ammunition, and a lot of cash.
A nearly 7-month saga now leading to more trouble for San Antonio's Symphony. The musicians first declared a strike in late September. Management wanted to make cuts to positions, wages, health care benefits. The Symphony's music director, the latest to be cut. The Night Team's Patty Santos explains it all came down to a breach of contract.
This is semantics in a contract that is used as a vindictive effort against actually the initiative of the musicians. And that's, my situation. I'm just collateral damage.
The music director for the San Antonio Symphony is now out of a job. Nearly 7 months into a musician's strike, Sebastian Lang-Lessing was fired after announcing plans to conduct a show with the striking musicians the same day of a symphony concert. The symphony's executive director, Corey Ward, emailed KSAT a statement saying Lang-Lessing breached his contract. Coward saying it was, quote, unfortunate. It was not a decision we could simply ignore. It is a contract for a reason and one we have been honoring for years, end quote. Lang-Lessing argues the scheduling is not out of the ordinary.
The concerts that are planned are replacements in case the originally planned concerts get canceled.
Mary Ellen Gore is a musician and a member of the negotiating committee. She calls the firing a short-sighted move.
It was very obvious to all sides that those concerts were not going to take place and that therefore there was no conflict.
And management says they remain focused on trying to end the strike, but so far, still no deal. Lang-Lessing has seen 9 CEOs come and go in 10 years. The music director says he'll be glad to take his job back if offered.
I'm happy to forget about it and move on.
And as the strike continues, these musicians need to make money. So to cover their expenses, they're putting on these performances. In addition to next month's performance, they're also putting on a concert starting tomorrow and Friday at 7:30 here at the First Baptist Church of San Antonio. You can buy tickets online, and we have that information on KSAT.com. Steve, Steph.
Thank you, Patty. Musicians trying to protect their positions and their benefits. It's a story the KSAT Explains team has tackled in depth. You can catch up on the history of the symphony and take a look at how other symphonies have managed to avoid similar situations. It's all online right now on KSAT.com.
All right, now we're going to take a beat and take a live look outside from Sky 12 here. Live over the Frost Tower, and things looking pretty clear tonight, but a little birdie is telling us that the rain chances are looking good.
They're looking better. Yeah, we've been focusing on Monday of next week, and really that's our only hope for a decent shot at rain right now. And we've bumped those rain and storm chances up to 60% for late Sunday. We're talking Sunday night and then periodically through Monday. That's our opportunity. So let's talk about it right now, and starting with our overall weather pattern, of course, and what's happening out there and where our next system is. It's still very far away. There's a lot of time between now and then, and some tweaks we'll have to make, of course. But you look at the big picture, and there's been some activity from roughly the Gulf Coast all the way up into the Great Lakes, and even some late season snowfall in parts of the Northland there. That's shown in the blue color. But this is the system we're watching. Really a big, beautiful upper level low pressure system. Just gorgeous gorgeous on the satellite imagery. You see these little swirls and vorticities in there. It's nice. But this broad scale system, this is what's already throwing moisture into parts of the Pacific Northwest. You see the shower activity within radar range there. There's more shower activity out to sea, but we just don't have radars out there, of course, so you're not going to see it other than the clouds associated with it. That's our next chance of rain, this big dip in the upper level flow. It's going to dig down into the southwestern U.S., but not put itself in an ideal spot to give us its good upper level energy. However, it is going to help develop a cold front and then drop that cold front in Sunday night on into early Monday. So let's talk about it. I know we've had a lot of cold fronts this fall, and they've been the dry ones with the very dry air and gusty winds behind them, that dry north wind. That's not necessarily the case so much with this one. We have other ingredients put together that should help us out. And this is our futurecast, and keep in mind, don't pay too close attention to the exact placement of these showers. This is 6 p.m. Sunday. I mean, Northern Hill Country, Edwards Plateau, some showers and storms. But pay most attention to just the coverage of rain across south and central Texas here and the intensity that it's showing. Monday, 4 a.m. Cold front drops in, sunrise on Monday. Probably some wet spots for the morning commute. That's a good thing. We could use it. And then periodically through the day, some showers and thunderstorms coming and going. Again, don't pay close attention to the location of those just yet. There's still a lot we need to fine tune between now and then, but at least it's looking better. Prospects are looking better. 76 now. Dew point is 67. Dew points are going to stay high until that front passes. Late Monday and into Tuesday, we'll have a break from the humidity. But temperatures for the most part 70s, closer to 80 along the Rio Grande. Locally, you look at Bulverde 75 along with Canyon Lake, Stinson 79, and Divine right now at 76. Tomorrow morning, right near 70 degrees, give or take a few. And some of the low gray clouds, a little bit of dampness by the afternoon. Well into the 80s, even 90 degrees for many locations. Floresville, Nixon, 91, Hondo, 92. Here's your KSAT 12-hour forecast. And some of that patchy drizzle in the morning will lead to a bit of sunshine as we get into the midday. And then by the afternoon, partly cloudy, 87, a bit windy at times. And that's going to be the case all the way, basically every day through this upcoming weekend. No big changes until we get into Sunday night and Monday. Otherwise, it's repetitive.
All right. Thank you, Adam.
All right, when I hear that a member of the Jones family made a controversial statement, I think, what did Jerry say?
Yeah, but this is not Jerry this time. This is his son, Steven, and it's after the offseason moves they've already made that already has angered Cowboy fans. When we come back, we'll tell you what he had to say today on the radio up in Dallas, and the rivalry between San Antonio and Austin FC kicks off tonight. Coming up.
Turns around towards net, and it's poked in! The equalizer for San Antonio!
A packed house at Toyota Field to see the first ever showdown ever between San Antonio FC and Austin FC in big board sports. But first,
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
Cowboys Vice President Stephen Jones has raised a few eyebrows after what he had to say about the Cowboys' offseason moves that have come into question by some fans. More specifically, the team's decision to move on from Amari Cooper and instead take their chances on CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup for the future wide receiver, even though Gallup will not be able to even start the regular season in September since he's still recovering from surgery to repair a torn anterior cruciate ligament. Here was what Jones had to say on a Dallas radio station, The Fan, when questioned about the offseason moves.
I don't think you ever win the Super Bowl in the off season. I think it's a full body of work, what you put together over time, and I certainly appreciate that. I mean, the biggest thing of all is, it's been a long time since we have won a championship, and no one appreciates that more than myself, than Jerry, than the people in this organization. That you've got to get over the hump. At the same time, we didn't last year with that same group of players, and sometimes you let a player move on and it allows other players to step up in even a bigger role. And whether that's a CeeDee Lamb or a Michael Gallup, I know, Amari was a great player for us, but this, might allow certainly CD and Michael to step up.
Now, Jones was also asked to confirm that Kelvin Joseph was not only still with the team, but in the second-round draft pick from last year reported for voluntary workouts following his involvement in a murder investigation. Joseph was in an SUV last month when shots came from inside that car that killed Cameron Ray on March the 18th. Joseph has since met with police. Over the weekend, 2 arrests were made in the homicide.
The investigation's ongoing. We're waiting to get all the information, but in the meantime, he was here yesterday and participating in the off-season program.
Now, when the Cowboys found out that Joseph was involved in the murder, Jones declined any further comment. The marquee matchup in the KSAT Pigskin Classic this coming August 27 will feature the Brennan Bears against the Steel Knights in the primetime game of the triple header. The Bears were a beast in 2021 as they ran the table in the regular season to finish 10-0 overall and were on their way to state with victories over Laredo United, Los Fresnos, Austin Bowie by averaging 59 points a game in the postseason, only to fall to Lake Travis 42-17 in the state quarterfinals. Now they face the Knights to open their season after Steel did about the same thing in the regular season. In fact, the very same thing, and they went 7-0 in district, 10-0 with their season coming to an end with a 38-0 loss to Austin Vandegrift.
You're the marquee primetime game. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels good. I know our program, our community, we're, extremely excited to be, just to be asked to be a part of the game. So it's very exciting for us.
What made you get interested? Because actually you changed your original game to accommodate this.
Yeah, scheduling is more difficult than people think. And some of the guys, had already kind of semi-committed to other opponents and that kind of a thing. So really it was a process to try to get all 6 teams together and get the time slots and all that stuff. But, it all came together and here we are right now, ready to go. So I know everybody's excited to be here and I think it's a heck of an event. So we're really glad to be part of it.
And here's a look at that game day schedule on that day, August 27th. First game's at 11:30, followed by the second at 3:30, and then the wrap-up at 7:30. The Phoenix Suns may be down their star player for at least the next 2 games of the playoffs after Devin Booker went down in Game 2 of their 7-game series against the New Orleans Pelicans in the third quarter. Booker, by the way, had already scored 31 points in the first half, but in the third quarter, he had to leave the game with tightness in his right hamstring. He did undergo an MRI today. They determined it was a mild strain, but speculation is he will not be available for the next 2 games to be played in New Orleans after the 8-seeded Pelicans got even with the number 1 seeded Suns with a 125-114 upset last night. The rivalry begins next. Let the I-35 rivalry begin. MLS's Austin FC visiting USL San Antonio FC in the third round of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open. SAFC down 1-0 in the 83rd minute for Justin Dillon gathers a pass, regains his bounce, turns it and fires into the box, and Elliot Collier pokes it past the keeper for the equalizer. Now they would go to extra time where SAFC would add another goal. They're now leading 2-1. The first half of extra time is in it. They're now in the second half of extra time. Let's see if they can hold on for the huge upset. And late word tonight, Jay Wright is retiring as head coach of Villanova, winning his last national championship right here in San Antonio in 2018 after leading Team USA to a gold medal as part of Greg Popovich's coaching staff at the Olympics. He's only 60 years old. You have to believe there's something else on his table down the street. But right now he's saying he's getting out of coaching altogether.
Really? No NBA, no.
That's what he's saying right now.
All right. Thanks, Greg.
We'll see. And they love him up in Philly.
They sure do, yeah.
We'll be right back. Some of San Antonio's youngest minds are helping to give back to their community. Pre-K for SA students are auctioning off their art. The money that's raised is going to help the nonprofit called the Through Project. And it's a group that helps youth as they age out of the foster care system. And if you'd like to learn more about this auction, just click on the article that you see on your screen on KSAT.com.
What a great idea.
Yeah.
So today we topped out at 84 degrees. That's just 3 degrees above average. The next several days will be warmer than that. We're talking upper 80s, pretty close to 90. Thursday through Sunday, morning clouds, bit of afternoon sunshine, noticeable humidity. Better rain chances come into the picture Sunday night, lasting off and on into Monday. 60% chance right now. We'll keep you updated because there will be some changes.
Still keeping our fingers crossed. Thank you. Well, that does it for the Night Beat.
Yeah, GMSA at 4:30.
Have a good night.